Hi everyone, I'm Danielle Vinson with Plum Realty, and welcome back to Serving Those Who've Served. If you're new here, I'm an Army veteran, my husband Danny is a retired military veteran, and together we've experienced military life from all sides. I've worn the uniform, and I've also been the spouse waiting through deployments, understanding the stress they place on family, and balancing the needs of home while a loved one is serving. Those experiences are one of the reasons I'm so passionate about helping veterans and military families navigate the home buying and selling process. Now, before we get started, I just want to mention real quick that I'm a licensed realtor here in Ohio. I'm not a lender, I'm not an attorney. So everything I share is meant to educate you and help you ask the right questions, but for advice specific to your situation, I encourage you to speak with a qualified lender or attorney when appropriate. Now, let's get to it. Last week, we talked about whether every veteran should automatically use a VA loan. Today, we're going to tackle some of the biggest myths surrounding VA loans because misinformation keeps far too many veterans from taking advantage of one of the best benefits they've earned. So let's get started. The first myth I hear all the time is that you can only use your VA loan one time. Thankfully, that's not true. Many veterans believe that once they've purchased a home using their VA loan benefit, it's gone forever. But in many cases, your VA loan benefit can be restored after you sell your home and pay off the loan. And here's something that surprises a lot of people. Depending on your remaining entitlement and your individual circumstances, some veterans may even qualify to have more than one VA loan at the same time. Now, every situation is different, so this is definitely something you want to discuss with a knowledgeable VA lender. The second myth is that you have to put 20% down. Not true. One of the greatest benefits of a VA loan is that qualified buyers can often purchase a home with no down payment. Now, just because you don't have to put money down doesn't mean it's always the best choice. Some buyers decide to make a down payment because it fits their financial goals just a little bit better. The important thing is understanding your options so you can make the right decision for you. The third myth is one that I hear from buyers all the time. Sellers won't accept VA offers. Now, the truth is sellers aren't simply looking at what type of financing you're using. They're looking at the entire offer. They're considering the purchase price, the terms, the closing timeline, and whether they feel confident the transaction will close successfully. I've helped veterans compete in multiple offer situations, and I've seen many VA buyers win. A strong offer combined with an experienced lender and realtor can absolutely compete in today's market. The fourth myth is that VA loans take forever to close. Not true. Years ago, that may have been true, but not today. With a knowledgeable lender and everyone working together, VA loans can often close just as efficiently as conventional loans. In my experience, the timeline usually depends more on the team handling the transaction than the type of financing being used. The fifth myth is that VA appraisals are impossible to pass. This one scares a lot of buyers and keeps them from using their VA loan. The purpose of a VA appraisal isn't to make home buying difficult. The VA want to make sure the home meets what's called minimum property requirements. In other words, they're looking for a home that's safe, structurally sound, and sanitary. Most homes that have been reasonably maintained pass the appraisal without major issues. The appraisal is there to help protect veterans from purchasing a home with serious problems they may not have known about. So what's the biggest takeaway from today's video? Don't let misinformation keep you from exploring benefits you've earned through your military service. Every veteran situation is different, and the best way to understand your option is to work with professionals who understand VA financing and who are willing to take the time to answer your question. Now, for my veteran tip of the week. Here is my veteran tip of the week. If it's been several years since you purchased a home, it may be worth asking a VA lender to review your eligibility again. Many veterans are surprised to learn they still have benefits available or options they didn't even realize they had. A simple conversation could open doors you didn't even know were possible. Now, next week, we'll wrap up our 3-part series by answering another one of the biggest questions I hear. What does it actually cost to buy a home with a VA loan? We'll talk about closing costs, the VA funding fee, seller concessions, what money you'll need at closing, and how to prepare financially before you even begin your home search. And I hope you'll join me. If you found today's video helpful, I'd love for you to subscribe so you don't miss the final episode in our 3-part series. And if you have questions about VA loans, military home ownership, or real estate in general, leave it in the comments below. I'd love to answer it in a future video. Thank you again for your service, and thank you for spending a few minutes with me today. And until next time, see you later.